Hey everyone, welcome to Mongrels Garage, where today we're on this Nissan Frontier because we think it has a fuel pump issue and an O2 sensor issue, and we're going to get onto that. And we're right off the Monte Carlo build. We're going to think on that for a little bit, the AI Monte Carlo, and move on to this. This is a quick job. Drop the tank, replace the pump, replace the O2 sensor. So let's get into this job.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.
First thing we have to do is we gotta get the skid plate off. Now I've soaked all the bolts down. There's one there, let's see, one over there. And I think this guy up here. I'll let them soak a bit. In the meantime, we're going to undo the filler neck here and some of these vent lines, and then hopefully this will all come down pretty easily. Hey, there you go. We got the skid plate off. Got pretty lucky. Only one bolt broke on us, which kind of sucks. These have straps on it. You can see it here. 17 or 18 mil bolt head. You can see one up there. Here's the other one there. Okay, folks, we got the straps off. They were all 17 mil head bolts. We got a jack here supporting the weight of the tank. Got our hose disconnected. We're going to let this down slow, and then we're going to check what we've got up top. There's bound to be some wiring and some vent lines and stuff like that. So we want this to come down slow. We don't want it to come down fast, so we don't want to break any of that. There actually seems to be a fair bit of fuel in this too.
You better write down these instructions. We've got to be precise.
Right, Chief.
Okay, as you can see, we got this canister purge line we have to undo. Up there is our wiring to our fuel pump. That's already taut, and we don't have the tank down very much. There's also this fuel feed line right here. But it's a good thing we didn't just drop this sucker down. Here we got a filler vent line disconnected. What I found the easiest, pop it out of this clip here. Gives you a little bit of slack, so when you drop the tank down, then you can get it off of here and just slide it back. And there you go, we've got the tank out. So for our fuel feed line, you can see that you have to depress these guys and then pull the line back. That's what releases that. For this big vent line here, you got to push in on, here, I'll show you. Okay, here's that. The other line I was talking about, and you can see that you can push right there. You just get your thumb on there, you push it in, and that'll release it. And then for the electrical connector, it's just a thumb compression right there at the end of it. Okay, we're gonna use our compressed air to just blow off all the just want to get as much of that as we can because we don't want it falling into the tank when we take this lid off. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to undo this locking ring. Before we can undo the locking ring, there's this little protector that goes on top of here, kind of like that. But what we want to do is we got to get these little plastic clips off of here that hold that on, because they'll keep the ring from rotating if we don't. There's 3. Okay, and you kind of try to remember where those go. I've got the camera, so I'm good. We're going to take our mallet. There it is. And before we pop that, we're going to give it another I just want to have this ready and make sure that everything's here before I go and pop this off.
For what?
Something called a pumpa de benzina.
We've got our replacement pump. We've got a new O-ring and a couple locks for our lines. This looks like it's the same, looking at the top here. Give that a minute to drain. Get our float. Have a look inside our tank. Looks pretty good. You gotta look for little stuff like these rocks and stuff. I'm gonna get a rag and just clean this sealing surface out. Best to make sure we don't get any of that into the tank. If you're ever wondering what the inside of a fuel tank looks like, well, there you go. Let's get our new pump in. Well, it looks like we have to attach the float arm. Okay, you can see that that clearly goes in there. That. that snaps in, should be good. This old pump has this cover over there, so we're going to take that off and put it on the new one. Didn't find a pick, but I did find my small screwdriver. Come on, you can do it. There we go, got it off. There we go, I got it snapped into place. So we'll feed that in there. And this has this alignment tab right here. Which was right there when we took this out. So make sure you make a note of where that went.
Well, remember that then.
There it is. Sent it home. All right. And that is just about ready to go back in. We need to put these guys back on. All right, let's get this back in the truck. Got the fuel pump replaced. Before we put the rock guard back up, let's see if it'll start. Make sure we got no leak. Just in case we got to drop it back down. Oh, nice and quiet. Still showing half a tank of gas, fired up. I think we're good. Check for leaks. Everything's nice and dry, so we'll shut it down, get on that O2 sensor, get that rock guard back up, skid plate, whatever you want to call it. Okay, here we are under the truck. Now, there's an O2 sensor there. I don't remember if that's it or not. I'm gonna have to pull the code, see which one it is. Or one of the other problems is this thing's gonna rattle when you start it up. So I just bang on the exhaust. We find you can hear that, and we find that this cat cover is loose up here. The other thing I found was this bolt. I'll tighten that up. We'll see what we can do with that exhaust heat guard on the cat there. There we have our scanner hooked up, P0301, that is a cylinder 1 misfire code, 0130. Okay, let's go see what those are. Okay, so that code is our bank 1 sensor 1 O2 sensor, which on the Nissan Frontier should be the right side. Now that's the passenger side. Remember, when you say right, you're sitting in the driver's seat looking forward. So, and it's the upstream sensor, it's the trimming sensor. So let's go take a look at that one. Just for reference, the easiest way to get at that O2 sensor, right there through the wheel well. So that's how we're gonna get to it. Okay, we got our new sensor here. We got a little bit of anti-seize to go on it right there. Just be careful that you don't get any anti-seize on the actual element, just on the threads. Now, if you don't have one of these sockets, I highly recommend you get one. They're worth their weight in gold, man. These things are awesome for doing O2 sensors. There we go. We got our anti-seize on there. Reach back in here. Careful not to cross thread it. Oh, we're good. I got it. Threaded in so nice. There we go. I just gotta hook up the connector. We're done. Just feed that up in there. We'll grab that from the top. Okay, let's fire this up. Not yet. Let's clear the codes first before we fire it up. Okay, let's let it read. Make sure there's no hard faults. We got no codes currently. Perfect. Let's fire it up. See what we got. Well, we got no check engine light right now. So I'm going to take care of that rattly exhaust shield, and then we'll take this out for a test drive, and hopefully everything's taken care of.